Check it. Look at me, I'm all the way turned up. I ain't smoking, but my homie in here burnt up. Yeah, I'm working on him, but he straight though. Couple girls tryna twerk it on me. Wait, no, hold up. Before you even roll up, I'm in here with my lady. Can't you see me, man? I'm sold up. Man, I'm in here tryna celebrate a birthday. And you know I'm good and well, it's a work day. No matter.
Thanks for tuning into the Open Forum. My name is McDonald, and I'm here with a special friend of mine. I don't want to ruin his story, but we have a similar background growing up, and we both beat those odds. His struggle was a little more real than mine, but we grew up with divorced parents and single-parent households. I think the issue is a lot more serious, but it's largely accepted in society, but it's not God's will. Nonetheless, I want to introduce my best friend who can weigh in more on the issue than I can, my man, Brandon White. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, it's a pleasure for you to have me here today.
Hey, no problem, man, no problem. So just to kick things off a little bit, we grew up in the same boat, and you got a lot going for yourself.
Yeah.
You're now the president of your own production company all through the coast. All right, you started your own little, charity organization, and you got a lot going for yourself. So I'm proud of you as far as that, though.
Oh, I appreciate
all right, tell the people how you started and where you plan to go from here.
Well, I started actually, it was a vision I had when I was in high school. And through coming to Norfolk State University in college, I was able to network, meet a couple of mentors, male professors, and they just really opened my eyes to things, and especially coming from the background, like you said, being in a single-parent household, my mother raising me and my brother, I was like, I want to reach back out to the community, and the kids that was in the position that I was, touch them, and it just opened me. I wanted to start my own business as well, like you mentioned, so that's really just having a vision, a goal, and just putting in a position, man. I'm very ambitious, so that's what got me to get my production company going.
All right, sounds good. I mean, I'm big on goals, dreaming, and ambition as well. Talk a little bit about your childhood, where you started from, and if you can offer that little bit of advice to a young boy who may be struggling inside. Like for me, growing up, I always had a little bit of resentment, anger, and bitterness. Talk about your childhood, for that boy who may be headed down the wrong path.
I mean, story's not too different from most, because it's definitely with the African Americans, we tend to grow up in a single parent household, but my story is pretty much, my father was never there from the day I was born, so it was just me, my mother, and my brother. I'm the eldest, my brother's 4 years younger than me, so I didn't have that male figure there to teach me how to be a man, or this is how you act or don't act, and I couldn't go to my mother, because some things you're embarrassed, especially when you start going through adolescence, puberty and stuff, you can't go to your mother, so I would say I did have older cousins in my life that were that male figure to some extent, but for real, it's just some things I figured out on my own a long way, mistakes I made and stuff. And it's funny that you said the resentment, because I think when I left for college, my father reached out and wanted to say he was proud of me, but it was like, dude, you weren't there. So how can you say you're proud of something that you had nothing to deal with? But at the same time, it's like out of respect, it's like, all right, I can't curse you out, I can't say anything negative, but it's just like, all right, appreciate it, but at the same time, you wasn't a part of my life at all.
Right.
No basketball games, financially, nothing. So I just thought that was awkward.
I do agree with you, though. Hold that thought, Brandon. So when we return, we'll talk more about the struggle and what we as men can do to prevent our future from going down that wrong path. So don't touch that dial. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Hey, what's going on, Saints? This is your host and the producer of the Open Forum, Nick McDonald. And of course, this month, I am working to help raise $100,000, in which all proceeds go to the Salvation Army. Of course, if you follow me and watch my show, I am always giving my uncle's testimony, which is incredible. Well, long story short, after a hard fight with drugs and alcoholism for years, he checked in the Salvation Army and got clean. His story made me realize that a lot of good people are buried under their sins. Hey, we must remember though, Jesus died on the cross that sinners will be free and that the captives will be loose. Nonetheless, for all who want to give, please visit my Facebook and Twitter pages on the bottom of your screen in which you can find that link. Just as a final tip, the word says, God be thanked that ye were servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that former doctrine which was delivered to you. Being then made free from sin, ye became servants of righteousness. Romans 6:17 and 18. In essence, since some haven't been broken from pain, we are still hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Let's take this day to reveal our buried treasure. As Moses said to Joshua in battle, may God be with you. Hope you didn't touch that dial because so far you missed a lot. But just in case you missed a little, we're discussing the struggle of a young boy without his father. How did you emotionally react when your father left the picture? Well,
honestly, it was really no reaction for me because he wasn't there from the day I was born. So I have no memories of anything of him. So it's just all I've known is my mother. So I really can't say I reacted a certain way if he was there or they got a divorce or anything. So it's like, okay, whatever.
A little bit different from me. In my picture, my father left when I was 3. Okay. So I don't have any vivid memory. We can go through all the times that I saw him in court because he wanted to reduce the child support and stuff like that. But, a little bit different as far as that. So would you recommend any mentorship programs or something that you can offer these young boys?
Yeah, I reach out to the community. I'm not going to say I have a mentorship program, but whenever I can go to schools and talk to kids, because, the youth today especially, I really want to target the middle schoolers and high schoolers because they're at that pivotal point in their life where they're 16 to 18. They feel like they know it all, or they're doing bad and they don't have no father, but they just need someone that's close to their age that they can talk to. It's like, all right, I rock the Jordans. I know what's hot in these streets, the music and stuff. But if you see a young black male that's successful, that didn't come from a 2-parent household, like, all right, I can relate to him. I'm going to listen to him. So, any programs that I know off bat, honestly, I don't know because I didn't go attend any. It's a personal decision that you're going to do better on your own, or it has to be something in you,
I think, though, most men should get involved with, like, a program like sports.
Oh, you meant like that?
Music. Especially because of that, though, it gives them a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything that you would recommend as far as along those lines?
I'm a basketball person. I did play basketball in high school.
No? I got a little jumper,
I'm classically trained on the piano, so that's really? My mother, though. That was all her. So piano, I think that kept me out of a lot of trouble because I was always in piano class with the instructor. 5 days a week? So that and basketball, I would definitely say getting involved in some extracurricular activity, whether it's football, tennis, soccer, whatever interests you, music. And now with schools, there's so much like TV productions in high school now, so much kids can do.
I got you. All right, so we're starting to run low on time. So last question, though. When your parents hit that divorce point, or, I guess in your situation, when you found out there was no daddy in the picture, what did you do to kind of turn things around in your life? Like in my situation, when my parents divorced, I kind of had an emotional, not breakdown, but a point where spiritually where I was kind of off balance. What did you do to turn things around and start to get on the right path and realize, I can do better without?
For me, I would never say I was on a bad path per se. You had those moments when you act out because all you know is your mom and you're going through changes and stuff. I think it probably clicked for me, though, that I didn't need a father, or I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own. Around my sophomore year at high school, it was like I was getting ISS suspension and stuff, just acting out. And I remember I talked to my mom. I'm like, what happened to you guys? Why are you not together? She never really told me. And I get that. It's probably personal. But, it was around my sophomore year of high school when I had that epiphany, like, this is...
That's the big word for today. All right, man. Hey, I do appreciate it. Dude, I pray that that you inspired some young boy today.
I do as well.
Hey, you know what, Joe? Because a lot of people can hear your message, all right? In closing, I will remind every young boy that Jesus is the father to the fatherless. I know that absence is hard and hurtful, but when I made that pledge to be a better man than my father, I knew that things were going to be okay. Until next time, as Moses said to Joshua in battle, may God be with you.
It's going down. Yes, sir, it's about to go down. It's barren to the ground, but I don't think it's gonna slow down. It's fouling, well, it's fouling. This building's about to blow down. We just going in circles, we don't get enough to go round. What happens when your life is never brought? A storm is coming, can't nobody's levees hold. It's half a crowd, but I gotta let you know. It'll help you look beyond this world like a telescope. Yeah, you can stack your money in the air till it's raining honey's all around your atmosphere. You can build a mansion sky high till can't nobody see the roof when they drive by. But if they hit you like a drive-by, and to that stuff you acquired, you gotta say bye, bye. I ain't gon' lie, yeah, you may go down in history, but everything will go down eventually. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. It's going down.